Good morning everyone. Welcome to today's maths class. Let us continue the problems from the chapter data handling. Okay, in this chapter already we have discussed some problems from the exercise 5.1. Let us continue them. Okay, now the fourth problem from the exercise 5.1. Draw a histogram for the frequency table made for the data in question number 3 and answer the following questions. Okay, let us answer the questions given below. First of all, let us go with the frequency histogram for the frequency table. So, did you remember the frequency table which we have discussed in the previous class? Just open your classwork and look at the table which we have prepared in the previous class. That is the third problem from the exercise 5.1. Okay, everybody look into the frequency distribution table of the exercise 5.1, that is the third problem. Now look at this. The table is here. There are three columns. The first one class interval, second one tally marks, and the third one is frequency. So now we are going to draw the histogram by taking the class intervals on the x-axis and frequencies on the y-axis. Now look at the table. What is the class interval? The classes are started from 800. First class is 800 to 810. After that 810 to 820, 820 to 830. Like that there are 10 classes up to 890 to 900. For each class there is a frequency. For example, for the first class 800 to 810, the frequency is 3. Like that we have the table. Now let us draw the histogram for the frequency distribution table. Now look at this. We have to take the classes on x-axis like this. Actually this is the origin. It starts from 0, but immediately we got 800, but we are missing many numbers in between 0 and 800. So for that we have to take a clink like this. A clink. That is called clink. Why? Because immediately after 0 we are getting 800. So there are many numbers are missing in between 0 and 800. That's why we have to draw like this, the clink. Okay. Now the frequencies we have to take on y-axis. So look at the frequencies in the third column. The maximum frequency is 9. So there are very small numbers in the frequencies. That's why I have taken the scale on y-axis as 1 unit. 1 unit is 1. So here scale is 1 unit is equal to 1 worker. Okay. Now you look at the frequency distribution table and tell me the first class interval. What is that? 800 to 810. What is its corresponding frequency? Yes, that is 3. So 800 to 810, we need to draw a column up to the height of 3. Up to the height of 3 like this. Okay. After that, what is the next frequency? 810 to 820. The frequency is 2. 810 to 820. The frequency is 2. Next, 820 to 830. The frequency is 1. Next, 830 to 840. The frequency is 9. We need to draw the rectangular bar up to the height of 9 units. Why? Because the frequency for the class 830 to 840 is 9. We have taken up to the height of 9. Now look at the frequency distribution table. What is the frequency for the class 840 to 850? That is 5. So we need to draw the bar up to the height of 5 units, and after that The class 850 to 860 contains the frequency only 1. So we need to draw the bar up to the height of 1 unit. As of now we have the frequencies 3, 2, 1, 9, 5, 1. What is the next frequency of the class 860 to 870? That is 3. So we need to take the height up to 3 units. So observe carefully how I am drawing. So you have to draw this on the graph sheet like this. Now 870 to 880 is 1 unit. So we need to draw the bar up to the height of 1 unit. Now the next is also 1. 880 to 890 is also 1 unit. And the next frequency, the last frequency is 4 units. See, let us say 4 units. So up to the height of 4 units we have to draw. So this is 4. This is the histogram for the data of the third problem. We have prepared the frequency distribution for the third problem already. For that frequency distribution table, we have drawn the histogram also. So we must write the scale. You should not forget, this is very important. So here we have taken 1 unit as 1 worker. So from this, here on the x-axis we have taken the wages of the workers, and on the y-axis we have taken the number of workers. So this is x-axis, x dash, and this is y-axis, y dash. So the point of intersection where the x-axis and y-axis meet is called the origin. So 0 after immediately we get the 800. That's why we have to draw a clink like this. We have to draw like this. The clink means we have compressed from 0 to 800 into the small space. Okay. In order to indicate that, we have to draw that clink also. This is the histogram. From this histogram, we have to answer the questions below the problem. Okay, questions he has given. See, look at this. First one. Which group has the maximum number of workers? Now, which group has the maximum number of workers? The class in between 830 and 840. So, that is the question. Let us write the answer afterwards. The first one is 830 to 840. Okay, here we will write. The first question answer is 830 to 840. This group contains more number of workers. Now, how many workers earn 850 and more? 850 and more means, see, from here onwards, 850 after onwards, 850 and more means we have to add all the numbers after 850. That means 1 plus 3 plus 1, 4, 1 plus 3, 4, 4 plus 1, 5, 5 plus 1, 6, 6 plus 4, 10. Answer is 10. Okay, 10 workers. And the third question. How many workers earn less than 850? Less than 850 means here below 850. What are the total number of workers below 850? 5 plus 9, 14. 14 plus 1, 15. 15 plus 2, 17. And plus 3 is 20. 20 workers. Here 10 workers. These are the answers for the questions below the problem 4. Okay. Now look at the fifth problem of the exercise 5.1. The number of hours for which students of a particular class watch television during holidays is shown through the given graph. Answer the following. First of all, let us look at the graph which is given in the fifth problem. This is the graph. This is the histogram. This is showing the information of the students of a class watching the TV in the holidays. Okay, in different hours. See, 4 students are watching the TV for 1 to 2 hours. In between 1 and 2 hours. Okay, here this is the number of hours watching TV and this is the number of students. Okay, how many students are watching the TV for 3 to 4 hours? Look at this and tell me. 3 to 4 hours means in between 3 and 4. This is showing the height 22. There are 22 students watching TV for 3 to 4 hours. Now I am asking you a question. Look at the diagram and tell me how many students are watching the TV for 6 to 7 hours. Can you tell me? For 6 to 7 hours. Yes. 6 to 7 hours. The height is 4. So it is 4. Like this you have to get the information from this graph. Now by giving this information, he has been asking 3 questions. You have to answer those 3 questions. The first question is, for how many hours did the maximum number of students watch TV? By looking at this picture, can you tell me how many students are watching more? He's asking for how many hours did the maximum number of students. The maximum number of students are watching how many hours? By looking at the height of the rectangular bars, we can say in which group the maximum number of students are there. Here 4 students, 8 students, 22 students, 32 students, 8 and 4. The maximum number of students in this column. So this is showing the hours 4 to 5. So the maximum number of students is 32. Those 32 students are watching the TV in between 4 and 5 hours. So the answer is 32 students. So that is the question for the first one. Okay. For how many hours did the maximum number of students watch TV? So actually we need to write 32 students are watching. The time is asking 4 to 5 hours. Okay. Now the second one. How many students watch TV for less than 4 hours? Less than 4 hours means it may be in between 3 and 4 or 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 also. So we have to add all these numbers, 22 plus 8 plus 4. Means by adding these two numbers, how much do you get? 4 plus 8 plus 22 is equal to 4 plus 8, 12. 12 plus 22, 34 students. Okay? Now, next one. Here I will write. Now the third one. Now how many students spent more than 5 hours in watching TV? More than 5 hours means it may be 5 to 6 hours or 6 to 7 hours. So we have to add this and this. So answer is 8 plus 4 is equal to 12 students. 8 plus 4, 12 students. So here by looking at this picture, we could answer all the 3 questions. So let us repeat the questions and answers once again. For how many hours did the maximum number of students watching TV? The maximum number of students are 32. They are watching the TV for 4 to 5 hours. That is the first question answer. Second question. What is the how many students watch TV for less than 4 hours? Less than 4 hours means below 4. Means 3 to 4, 2 to 3 and 1 to 2. We have to add this one, this one, this one. That's why I added 4 plus 8 plus 22. That is 34 students. And what else? The third question is how many students spent more than 5 hours? More than 5 hours means it may be 5 to 6 or 6 to 7. So we have to add these two. 8 plus 4, 12 students. Okay. Like this, we could answer the questions very simple way without any difficulty by using the graphical representations like histograms and bar diagrams. Okay. Let us continue the remaining problems in the next class. Thank you. Have a nice day.